Happy Homebrew Wednesday to everybody. This is Kevin Clements at Clements Homebrew. We didn't get one up last week. Been pretty busy around the house. My son Colin, who's appeared in a couple of the videos, is getting married actually in a week and a half. So on Sunday, June 10th, I've got relatives coming in town, and y'all understand. So I've been doing crazy things like, let's see here, pressure washing driveways and, tuning up the yard and get everything ready for all these relatives to pour in. I think on Saturday I'm going to be trying to squeeze in de-winterizing the boat. So the day before the wedding, hopefully we'll get out on the boat and pull out the skis and wakeboard and kneeboard and tubes and have some fun for half a day before we come back to a barbecue. I'm hoping to videotape some of that. We're going to do, if you've seen Man Bear Pig, Josh with Man Bear Pig, he's actually my nephew. He'll be coming up with his family. So he's got homebrews coming up, and we're going to do some taste-offs and so forth. So it's going to be a fun time, but it's been busy in the midst of getting things ready. And I'll show you some clips in the near future when I'm done. Maybe, I don't know if maybe I'll show some today, but I've got the start of the fermentation chamber where I've got shelves set up for the lower half being storage of bottles, and the upper half you can see I could actually put in 3 fermenters in there without any problem whatsoever, and air conditioning unit up at the top. And since it's Homebrew Wednesday, I'm going to crack open, haven't tried this yet. This is, it seems more like a stout, but it's considered a porter. Wow, got some nice bubbles in that. Seemed like everything but the kitchen sink went into this. Looks nice though, I gotta tell you right off the top. It's a nice full 1-finger head on there. And I don't know if you can tell that there's a lot of bubbles on the sides, so some great carbonation going on there. This one was actually out of the Joy of Brewing, whatever. Anyway, they've got one in there that's designed after porters that were made like in the 17th, 18th centuries. So, cheers. Well, that's definitely a porter. Has kind of like that bitter underbite on it, and got some sweetness though because we had a lot of brown sugars in there and so forth. I just really went for it, didn't I? We'll do a review on it another day. I'm thirsty and I'm tired. Well, I know we had licorice root, not the brewer's licorice. So only very faint licorice taste. We had coffee that went into this. Boy, I'm just getting ever so slight taste of the coffee. Definitely the dark malts are there. It's a little bit roasty. Yeah, so I'll have to keep working on this one. But it's not bad, so cheers to that. Oh, we had a crazy day. I think it was like last Wednesday, which we would have been filming. And we had this downpour that reminded me of being in Florida or Southern California or something like that. Let's pull up a clip and show you that. It is dumping again. A mix of heavy rain and hail. Wow. We never see this in Oregon, ever. I feel like I'm in Florida, maybe Southern California. think it's time to go in and have a drink. Okay, so this was a little tiny little stream in the middle. And this downpour has made it like it used to be back into a pond, which it's supposed to become later. I don't know if I can get over here enough. You can see probably the water just pouring in from the street, from the upper pond. And it has turned it back into a pond, which is what we used to have behind our house. And once they finish doing the work at the end of the summer, we'll be back to looking like this regularly. But that's a lot of water to come down in, I don't know, half hour, 35, 40 minutes tops. Anyway, back to beautiful, just beautiful. Hope you enjoyed this. So yeah, the rain just, I don't know, maybe 20-minute, half-hour span just came down hard. And you need to understand, Oregon, you see rain, but we get these, Washington's just misty. We get really light rains and sprinkles, and we get a lot of it, but we don't get heavy rains or downpours. Anyway, the funny story goes with this though. So I got to share the story. My wife and I are up the street walking the dog, and we just started seeing these like large plops here and there, and it kind of makes us a little suspicious, but we keep going. And then it starts coming down a little more, so we stop under one of the trees, just to see if this is going to blow over or what's going on. The dog, he's old, he's 13 and a half years old, he went up to the next tree and stood under it, which said, okay, this is not a good indication. And then we could kind of see it moving towards us like a wall. So we both looked at each other, and she took off running, and I took off running after her back towards the house. And I don't know if I've shared with you, I shared some people. I'm working on actually shrinking this. So other than when we're doing beer reviews, which we've done quite a few, I'm not out drinking a lot. And I've been really cutting down. I know I've dropped, last time I measured, and I haven't measured another week yet, I dropped 13 pounds. So I'm running down the street, and I had a little coat tied around my waist because it was warm. I brought it just in case. But it was really a fleece. And so I'm running with this fleece, and the fleece is hitting my legs kind of funny. It just seemed kind of odd. Next thing I know, I'm almost tripping, and I realized that my shorts have, the top of my shorts have dropped down almost to my knees, just above my knees. Thank God I had this fleece tied around me. So I guess I have dropped some weight. So that's the good news. I yanked him up as far as I could and kept running. But there's your funny story of the week. I'm gonna grab something. I got a few other things to tell you about, some other good stuff. I had to go back in the house to get my cheat sheet. The brain's fried. That's how it goes. Get old. I'm 51. I know that's not much of an excuse. So I went out the other night. It's actually Thursday I'm filming. Tuesday night I went out with a good friend. Just nicest guy. Nicest gentleman you'd ever want to meet. John Fitzgerald. John owns with a partner who owns 2 Mezzaluna Pizzas in Eugene, Oregon. Anyone gets down that way, you really need to check out Mezzaluna Pizza. Great pizza, but on top of it, they carry incredible beers on tap. And John's a bit of a beer connoisseur himself. So I met with some of his friends, and they were a hoot. And I'm hope to catch up with some of them again, because that was a good time. We went over to Laurelwood, the public house and brewery. I got to try their, let's see, their workhorse IPA. That was a nice beer. It was slightly sweet. It's truly a West Coast IPA style. Fantastic, very rich beer. Oh, love that. And then I'd heard that they had a really good stout and porter, but the porter was one to try. So it's called the Tree Hugger Porter. It's a light porter, though. It's 5.8. Really dry, roasty, a little bit of chocolate. Just fantastic, easy drinker. Loved it. And I'll pick some of their stuff up in a bottle maybe and review it in the future. I think Christian would love it. Really good stuff. Fun time. I had some serious hardcore garlic fries, which give me dragon breath, but oh, I was a happy camper. Then we went over to a place called a British pub called Moon and Sixpence. And we were there pretty late for a Tuesday night. I think we got out at 1:30, a little before they closed. And John wanted to introduce me to a few good beers. I did have some Green Flash Imperial IPA on tap. Oh, and I was kind of sipping that as I was doing a 12-year-old shot of Jameson's that one of the guys bought me, which was real smooth and wonderful. And then I followed that up. John gave me, and this is the one. I'm going to put these things up on the screen for you, because I'm going to pronounce this wrong. It's something like, I'm going to just say Americanized, Duchess de Bourgogne. Anyway, it's by Brewery Verha. It's on the screen right now, I'm sure. And they're out of Vichy, West Flanders, Belgium. And this was a Flemish red ale. It's matured in oak casks. It's slightly sweet, fruity, has like a sour finish, mix of like cherry and mix of berries like blackberry, raspberry. Really complex beer. It was just wonderful. I mean, fantastic beer. Fantastic beer. I put it on the screen. If you can find a bottle, do it. Seriously, do it. And then as we were wrapping up, we went and grabbed one more pint each. And on that one, I picked up Firestone Walker. Wookie Jack was on tap. You know, Firestone Walker makes some great stuff. Good time was had by all. Fortunately, I was in good enough condition to drive everybody home. And then I had a long drive because this was on the east side of Portland to get past the west side and all the way out to where I am in Hillsborough, but it was just fine. And that's pretty much it for the Homebrew Wednesday. I just wanted to give you an update. I am making progress, albeit slow. I'm looking for a small refrigerator for sale, like a mini fridge. I've seen a few pretty far distance. Kids are getting out of college. There should be a few more on the market. So I'll look and hopefully pick one up no later than this weekend, and then start grabbing installation and designing the cabinetry for the fermentation chamber and storage. And I hope you all have had a great week. I know I've seen kind of fewer videos, so it must be sunny. People are out having fun. Don't know what all I'm going to get out, but I guarantee you that when family come up here in just a week and a half here, we're going to get some fun videos with family. We're going to be doing some beer reviews with Man Beer Pig 11223344555, and maybe some taste offs with family that actually drink beer. We got a lot of wine drinkers and foo-foo drink drinkers, and that's okay. But we're going to get some of them involved. So cheers! That's all I really have to say. Hope you all are having a great week, and we appreciate all that everyone's doing out there. Love some of the tips that we've seen out there. And we will catch y'all later. See you next time.